Hi everyone! Instead of adding this onto the last video, which was already quite long, I figured I would make it a separate bonus video instead. If you've been following along with the tutorials and your character goes bald when you put on the Archmage robes, then you may be having the same conflict I have with WACCF. In this short bonus video, I'm going to show you how you can make a patch to remove the WACCF keyword that causes this to happen. Even if this does not happen to you, you might find this video useful as another example of how to make a plugin patch. For this tiny mod, we don't even have any meshes. All we need is an ESL flagged ESP to change one keyword for the outfit. Open xEdit via your mod manager. Then find the Archmage Robe armor record in the Skyrim ESM. Remember that you can click on the name column to sort the armor records alphabetically by in-game name. Right-click on the Archmage Robe and select Copy as Override Into. If you get this scary-looking warning box, just click on Yes, since we do know what we are doing for this. And if it's not quite active yet, just pause for a few seconds until it turns green. In the dialog box, scroll down and select ESL Flagged ESP, hit OK, and then give the new plugin a name like Archmage Robe Bald Fix. The Archmage Robe's armor record in our new plugin is now the winning record, and you can see it here to the far right in the window. We copied the record from the Skyrim ESM, so all the values in our new plugin currently match the master copy shown in purple. Let's bring forward some of the changes that have been made to these robes through the various patches. Drag and drop the changed values for all fields except the WAF protective clothing keyword. This seems to be what is making us go bald when we put these robes on, so we don't want that keyword added. For this patch, you can click Yes to add any required masters. This means that those mods are required for your new mod to work. But please note that you should not just click Yes by default whenever xEdit asks this question. You should always be thoughtful about adding masters. You typically want as few masters as possible to achieve what is required. We can't really go into this topic in detail here, but here are two general rules of thumb. If your patch is going to change something about another mod, then you should add that mod as a master. But if your patch doesn't actually need another mod, then don't add it as a master. It is better to recreate records from scratch instead of making copies from another mod if that mod is not actually required for your patch. This is because once another mod is a master for your plugin, you will always have to have that mod active in your load order in order to use your patch. You might not always want that to be the case, so just be careful about which mods you add as masters and make sure they are actually required. Okay, once you are done bringing forward the changes that you want to keep, every line should be green except the WAF protective clothing keyword. Just ignore that line. It will stay red since we are overwriting it with an empty slot, meaning this keyword is not going to be applied. Remember, the winning plugin all the way to the right is the one that controls how the item will behave in the game. All the values and all the other plugins here are now irrelevant since your new plugin overwrites them all. None of the other values will be used unless you include them in your plugin patch. If you'd like to make any additional changes according to your own preferences, go ahead and do that now. I'm going to change the name to just Archmage Robes, so I select that line and then slowly click on it again to make it editable. Then I type in the new name and hit Enter. When you are all done, just close xEdit by clicking the X in the upper right corner. In the pop-up window, make sure that only your new plugin is selected to be saved. I usually also leave the Create Backup ticked on as well, just as an extra safeguard in case I need to roll something back later. Since we're saving this plugin for the first time, this really won't apply, but this is a good thing to do if you are going to make changes to any existing plugins. Okay, now we just need to find the new plugin file. It will be located in the Overwrite folder if you use MO2, and in the Skyrim data folder if you use Vortex. Continue in the same way we already did for the amulet in video number 26, creating a mod folder and moving this plugin there. You don't need any meshes or textures here because we aren't changing them. We only have the plugin file, which is fine. Then just install the new mod manually in either MO2 or Vortex exactly like we did in video number 24. And lastly, place your new mod in the load order so that it overwrites any other mods with a plugin that refers to these Archmage robes. Then activate it and start up Skyrim to test it out in the game. If it does not work, please make sure that you are loading your new plugin patch file after any other plugins that make changes to the Archmage robes. If you are not sure, open up xEdit and look at the columns for this item. Your patch should be the last one, all the way on the far right in this main window. If it's not, then you will need to change the load order of your plugins in your mod manager. And that's it! It's quick and easy, and with the ESL flag, this tiny mod has no meaningful impact on your plugin limit. Feel free to get back into xEdit and have some fun making changes that you'd like to see for certain outfits. And you don't need to make a separate patch for each of them. You can make yourself one patch to fix all the records that you want to fix. Just be aware that the more mods you add as masters, the more limited you will be in changing your mod setup. Your patch will only load if every other mod that is a master to the patch is also activated and loaded into the game. Thanks for watching this quick bonus video. Next, we're going to add a new standalone item into the game. So I'll see you again soon for that. Bye!